On April 9, 1942, Bataan fell. Soon after, Filipino and American prisoners of war were forced into the Bataan Death March, signaling the beginning of the Japanese occupation of the Philippines. As American forces were being pushed back by the enemy, Filipinos rose to the challenge of defending their country. These heroes who volunteered their lives were called guerrillas.
There were civilians who, despite the admonitions of the Americans not to participate, volunteered to defend their hometowns and their families. You had the Hunters ROTC guerrillas, you have the Hukbalahap, and then you had the Markings guerrillas, and they would be joined later on by other guerrilla units who either sent intelligence missions here or even fighting units.
The efforts of the brave guerrilla forces severely hampered the Japanese. These guerrillas greatly assisted U.S. forces as they fought for the liberation of the Philippines throughout the war. At just 17 years old, Salome Calderon joined the Hunters ROTC guerrilla force as a member of an intelligence unit in Angono, Rizal.
Kaya ako na-involved doon sa ganitong sa guerrilla affair. Kasi nga yung aking kapatid na panganay, ang kuya, yun ang town officer ng Angono sa guerrilla affair. Kasi ang aming unit, Hunters ROTC guerrilla, Intelligence Division. Hindi ako mahawak ng baril. Ang nalahawakan ko yung mga papeles. Yan.
Ang principal role niya is to keep records, intel reports na dinadala nila afterwards sa mga officers.
Meron kami mga intelligence officer na lumalabas yan. Yun, kukunin nila ang pwesto ng mga kalaban ng mga Hapon, kung saan doon. Lahat ng lugar ng kalaban, papadala sa kung saan merong submarine. Kaya naka-dot down yun. Kung anong araw sila abangan ng mga opisyal ng mga guerrilla.
In 1943, General Douglas MacArthur reformed the United States Army Forces in the Far East, or USAFE, which subsumed the guerrilla forces until the end of the campaign to liberate the Philippines. Major Maximo Young was recruited by USAFE when he was just 18 years old.
I served the Army from December 8, 1941 to the January 1, 1969, when I was assigned as intelligence officer. This is my area, from Escalante to Villahermoso. In Negros, I was attached to a family of an American, more or less captured by the Japanese. Itong Thomas family is very close to a U.S. Major Edward Maclinahan. Nung na-assign ako doon, ang grupo ko may mga armas. So, anong nangyari? I was head of a group against the Japanese. The Japanese, as informed to us by somebody, that the Japanese were planning to move out. Isang putok-putok pa lang yung mga armas namin nung araw. Wala kami mamagaran. Ay, yung Japanese, may mga masingal lahat. After 4 days, we fired again. The next day, the Japanese left the area. Our purpose was for them to get out, not exactly kill them. Pero at that time, I never thought of that. Parang kala ko, it's just an adventure.
The United States government continues to honor the heroism of Filipino war veterans with the Congressional Gold Medal, the highest civilian honor conferred by the United States Congress.
These men and women who bravely answered the call of duty to serve and defend their country side by side with American forces in the name of freedom and democracy. Their dedication and service shaped history and made possible decades of regional peace and prosperity. And this ceremony is a small way of honoring and remembering their contributions.
As of January 2020, over 400 Filipino veterans have been awarded the Congressional Gold Medal. Among the awardees are Salome Calderon and other Hunters ROTC guerrillas, and Major Maximo Young.
Kahit anong sabihin na tahimik o walang nangyayari, basta mahirap ang may giyera. Kaya hanggang maaari, ang giyera iwasan.
For me, U.S.-Philippine alliance is special and should last beyond the economic and political aspects